If you guys need your badges maxed out fast, hit up my boys over at Star Grinders on Twitter or Instagram. Both of their links will be in the description down below. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Koza, and welcome back to a brand new video. In this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all my official ISO lockdown build for 2K22 Next Gen. I based it solely off of my two current gen builds, my 6.6 Playmaker and my 6.7 Playmaking Glass Cleaner. So we're gonna be comparing this build to the current gen version. We're gonna be going over the pros and the cons of this build. We're also gonna be factoring in the differences between current gen and next gen in case you're making a move from current gen to next or next gen to current. So if you like this video, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're growing by the day. Koza Gang been going absolutely crazy, especially the streams. Season 2 is starting in just a few days, so be ready for the daily uploads, daily streams. You already know we're gonna be right back on top of it. On the gameplay, you see we're on the 2s court. I'm just testing out the build. This is actually this build's first game on the park. I shouldn't even be on the park because this build is only a 79 overall, and it doesn't have all its badges, and it doesn't have all its attributes, obviously, only being 79 overall. So all I did for real was I upgraded defense. I upgraded my steal to a 99. Yes, this build gets a 99 steal, pretty toxic. And I got some defensive badges. I got pickpocket gold in this gameplay and a 99 steal. That's basically it. I think I have an 80 perimeter defense, some rebounding, some block. But mainly, and then I upgraded my 3-point shot to a 73 point so I can spot up corner. So we're just being a menace on defense on this 2s court. I think we end up with like 7 to 8 or 9 steals. You see right there. We're just being a menace. And we're just seeing, I wanted to really see how OP a 99 overall steal rating is on this game. You see he's in takeover, tries to do a crossover, cookie. So I can say having a 99 steal is worth it, especially on this build because we're an ISO lockdown build. You're going to see how this build plays out. Another passing lane steal right there. Look at this. Look, like, what is going on with next gen? That's next gen's problem. I think they, yeah, that's it. But we just stole the ball back like 4 times from each other. That's next gen's problem. I mean, I do have silver unpluckable on in this gameplay. I have silver unpluckable on. He probably has unpluckable silver or gold or whatever. But like 4 times back and forth, you see we're green and no badges, no hot zones off the rip. But stealing is a bit excessive. Actually, it's a lot excessive. You see right there, I'm stealing it again. It's every time I press X, it's a steal. Unless they're the meta midget 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". That meta, like, they can still dribble into you, and I could still press X. I was on the park on the 3s with the Hall of Fame unpluckable after this video, or after this gameplay, and I still couldn't rip those midgets, even if they would dribble into me, man. It's really hard, so a lot of people are catering to making those midget builds. And that's that. Y'all know, if y'all on the channel for a while, y'all know that is not my play style. I like being a 6'6", 6'7" ISO style player, and they absolutely nerfed that game or that game style or that play style on next gen. You're gonna see when we make the build, the pros and the cons of it. It's still a very, very valid build. So let's go ahead and get right in on how to make this exact build, this 2-way Playmaker ISO lock build. You're gonna want to make a point guard, right? 6'6", minimum weight 180 pounds, and 7'3" wingspan. So we get 6'6", we're tall, and we get that long wingspan. I really wanted to go 6'7" on this build, but once you bump it up to 6'7", the speed drops to like an 80 and the acceleration's like an 82. The speed, it's just not worth it enough. But so we went 6'6", onto the badges. You get 13, 22, 28, 27, a really solid look. Our dunk rating is 85. That's our exact rating at 99 overall on the Playmaking Glass Cleaner on current gen. So we're going to get all the good tomahawks, the Scottie Pippen dunks, all the good fast dunk packages, and we're also going to be able to get limitless takeoff gold on this build. So it's everything we need for finishing, just like we have on current gen. For mid-range, we have a 76, but it does not matter what your mid-range is. I see dudes greening with a 40 mid-range. I don't know what 2K did with that, but we have an 80 3-pointer on this build. That's one of the pros on this build. Instead of having a 61 to a 65 3-pointer, they done gave us an 80 3-pointer. So you already know we're going to spark up. And we get free throw on this build because I'm planning on playing Pro-Am 5v5. So we need that free throw just enough to bang out. We get an 85 passing accuracy. That allows us to get gold bullet passer. Y'all need at least gold bullet passer this year, man. For perimeter defense, I went with an 89. The 2K Labs tested from a 90 to a 99 perimeter defense. Wasn't that big of a difference on the graph. It was a difference, but not that big of a difference. So I just went with an 89. Y'all could probably drop it to 87, put some attributes somewhere else. But on this build, we do have a 99 steal. That is insanely toxic. For the block rating, I didn't go all the way up. I went up just enough to get bronze. Chase down artist, y'all know that badge is OP. I don't really care for Intimidator. If you care for Intimidator, you can put the block all the way up and get silver or gold, but I've never used Intimidator. I'm not a fan of Intimidator. I never used it. I'm not going to start using it this year. On to the rebounding on the build. I love rebounding. I love getting extra possessions in the games, especially when you're competing at a high level. You need those extra possessions. If y'all don't want rebounding, y'all could put up block. Y'all could put up interior defense if you're playing down low. Regardless, this is my build. You can cater your build to how your playstyle is. We had to max out the speed and acceleration. Stamina goes to a 91 and a 70 vertical to get those dunk packages necessary that we need. For the takeovers on the build, you get sharpshooting, playmaking, and lockdown. I'm going to be playing an ISO lock or a lock that's up top in the zone. You also get glass, but you really don't need glass cleaner. There's no point of like picking that unless you're in the park playing big. I don't know, whatever. But we're either playing up top in the zone on 5s, or we're playing just an ISO lock. So the only ones we're going to go with is extreme clamps and limitless range. Y'all could double up on the lockdown badge. Y'all could double up on the shooting badge. But y'all see we get the name two-way playmaker. That's pretty dope. On next gen, you definitely don't see a lot of those or don't see enough of those. We're going to go over the cons of this build compared to the current gen version. So we know the current gen playmaking glass cleaner build at 6'7" gets a 98 speed at 99 overall. On this build, we only get an 88 speed. Even at 99 overall, your attributes don't flux on next gen. So we take that dip on speed and excel on this build compared to next gen version, and we also don't get quick first step Hall of Fame. We only get a gold. Another big con to this build, which is the biggest downfall of the build, is only having silver unpluckable. So I wouldn't recommend taking this build to 5v5 Pro-Am, going full 5 out for this build, because you're gonna get ripped. You're gonna get ripped by comp locks. And the way you have to dribble is you can't stand still dribble in front of people. You kind of have to dribble and run away from the defender if you have a competitive lockdown guarding you. Same goes for the stage sweats. And you can't just sit there and dribble in front of a stage lock, man. They're probably going to get a rip. So you kind of have to run away from them. Just don't be in front of them. Don't be stand still dribbling. That's another con on next gen, is you can't stand still dribble too much on a bigger build with only silver unpluckable. Now the pros on the build is we get an 85 dunk off rip, we get more finishing badges, we have an 83 pointer, so we're going to be able to shoot lights out on the 83 pointer. We have an 83 ball control. On current gen we only have an 80, and then the 99 steal and the 89 perimeter defense. This build is an absolute lockdown. If you're playing 5s, play up top because you don't have interior defense. This build can play in the stage as a lock, unless they ISO in and paint mashing. I don't know how that's going to be or how it's going to be on the 2s, but on the 3s, this build can definitely play stage lock for the 3s and guard that zigzag meta, whatever that John is. And a big pro to this build is that they rip you, you can rip that right back. 99 steal, Hall of Fame unpluckable. I'm going to get the +4 to defensive badges whenever I go through college, and this build is going to be an absolute menace on defense. We're going to get all the dribble packages we need to ISO up, and we're going to have an 83 pointer. We're going to have the same dunk rating as we do on current gen. We're going to get all the tomahawks, the Scottie Pippen dunk packages. This build is going to be an absolute beast. Let me know if you want to see more gameplay on this build when I max it out. That's going to wrap up this video. I love y'all. Peace.